Making the band a star, Sara Rivers sues Sean Combs for $60 million. This is one of two brand new civil suits that are being brought against P. Diddy. Making the band contestant, Sara Rivers has filed a new $60 million lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs, alleging the mogul had harassed her and stroked her chest during filming of the hit MTV reality show. Rivers claims that after she refused Combs' alleged advances, he retaliated against her by blackballing her from the music industry. The R&B singer, who was a part of the musical group Da Band, described her allegedly hellish filming experience in a massive 148-page complaint filed Friday, as the look-back window was set to close on otherwise expired claims linked to New York City's Gender-Motivated Violence Act. More than a dozen other plaintiffs filed separate claims against Combs Friday to make the same deadline. I'm just going to say my opinion on that really quick, and I find that very suspicious. I am not talking about anybody's innocence or guilt, because by our very Constitution, civil laws, and basic human rights here in the United States of America, you are presumed innocent until you are proven guilty in the court of law. We have criminal law, we have civil law. A lot of these are civil cases. People literally coming forward wanting money from him now, and they're doing so before a deadline, just makes me very suspicious of a lot of these lawsuits. So until I get my hands on every single one of them, a lot of them I do have. Until I see all of them, it's kind of hard to break it down, but this is just what is being reported. Rivers, who went by Sarah Stokes on the show, claims that Combs controlled her sleeping schedule, mocked her eating disorder, yelled at her, forced her to do manual labor without pay, including the time he notoriously made Rivers and her bandmates walk from Manhattan to Brooklyn and back to bring him a cheesecake. Beyond what the suit calls inhumane working conditions, Rivers claims she endured Combs as harassing her. The music executive allegedly made humiliating comments about her physical appearance, including the time he purportedly inspected her backside and remarked, "Everything needs to get firmed up." In an encounter Rivers labeled a battery, she accused Combs of cornering her in his recording studio, raising his right arm to block her movement and asking in a low, sensual voice if she needed anything. She claims Combs then ran his left hand across her chest while repeating the phrase, "if she needs anything to let him know." Rivers said she bolted from the encounter in shock and disbelief. The complaint names more than 24 defendants, including Combs' mother Janice, Universal Music, MTV, and several other bad boy officials. This is yet another example of false claims being filed against Mr. Combs. No matter how many lawsuits are filed, especially by individuals who refuse to put their own names behind the claims, it won't change the fact that Mr. Combs has never assaulted or trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor. We live in a world where anyone can file a lawsuit for any reason, Combs' legal team has said in a statement. Well, they're not incorrect about that, because if any of this criminal behavior happened, why did none of these people come forward or contact law enforcement is my biggest thing. Why is this all suddenly just happening at once right before a legal deadline for a civil suit where you are seeking damages, wanting money? Despite the round-the-clock filming during the seasons from 2002 to 2004, Rivers claims that she was never compensated for appearing on Making the Band. Instead, she claimed the band members were only given $5,000 in cash after tour performances. The only other time Rivers said she received a check was when she was allegedly pressured into signing a publishing agreement with a company owned by Janice Combs. Diddy made it known if plaintiff did not sign, the group would not continue, her lawsuit claims. In exchange for her signature, Rivers alleged that she received a one-time payment of $25,000. She also claims that her attempts to continue her music career were thwarted by Combs. Rivers claims that she once had an offer on the table from Capitol Records, but later learned that Combs interfered and personally called executives at the label, telling them not to sign with her. I want to get my hands on this one, this whole entire legal filing, because I need to see the proof. I need to see the evidence that you can back up that claim. We want to see the evidence and the proof that is admissible in the court of law. Sean Diddy Combs' legal woes continue to mount as he is now being sued by Kirk Burrowes, the co-founding partner and former president of Bad Boy Entertainment, according to People magazine. On February 28th, Burrowes' lawyer filed a suit against his former business partner, accusing him of abuse, coercion, and violence. Burrowes claims that Combs subjected him to repeated harassment, physical aggression, and forced compliance with degrading acts, including unwanted advances such as, I can't say that, the N-word, overtones, voyeurism, and acts of exhibitionism. The news comes just days after Burrowes took legal action against Combs' mother, Janice Combs, saying she unlawfully took control of his 25% stake of Bad Boy Records after Combs allegedly threatened physical violence. It is not the first time that Burrowes has filed a suit against Combs. Back in 2003, he sued the disgraced hip-hop mogul over an alleged incident from 1996, but the earlier complaint was dismissed by the court of law. Combs has denied the new allegations. This latest lawsuit filed by Kirk Burrowes, filed none other than Tyrone Blackburn, Burrowes' lawyer, is another frivolous attempt to relitigate claims that have been repeatedly thrown out of court and dismissed over the past 30 years. Combs' legal team shared in a statement to People magazine. Despite repeated dismissals, Burrow and Blackburn are intent on wasting the court's effort, time, resources by filing a dismissed claims, now dragging Mr. Combs' 80-year-old mother into this, they added. Here's what we know. The 62-year-old man got his Bachelor of Science in Marketing from St. Joseph's University in Philadelphia, according to his LinkedIn profile. What did he do for work? Burrowes is also a co-founder at Bad Boy Entertainment with Combs and served as the company's president from 1994 to 1997. We created magic with artists like Faith Evans, 112, Mace, Craig Mack, and the notorious B.I.G., he notes on his LinkedIn page. After the notorious B.I.G.'s passing in 1997, Mary J. Blige asked Burrowes to be her manager from 1998 to 2002, and he stewarded her as she released hit album Share My World, Mary, and No More Drama, and landed over 30 brand partnerships, including getting her own superhero for Marvel Comics and scoring deals with Pepsi, Dolce & Gabbana, and MAC Cosmetics. Burrowes is said to have been close with Combs and his family after the two met in the 1990s, according to the recent lawsuit shared by the Daily Mail. It also claimed that Burrowes is the godfather to Combs' first child, Justin Combs, and went to his christening at a church in Harlem. Burrowes added that he helped Diddy get through a depressive episode after the rapper was fired by Uptown Records in 1992. Burrowes alleged that he witnessed Combs' volatile and behavior during their time together, including one instance where Combs allegedly assaulted his own mother. She then, in my eyes, was a mother doing her best, and she wanted to calm him down, Burrowes told the Daily Mail. I was caught off guard by the mother title and the sweet mother persona that she gave, and the strength of her trying to help a son who's in a very difficult situation. And at the time, I was 1,000% into helping Sean and making sure that he'd get over this. Today, I have very different views on it. So what has Diddy said about Kirk Burrowes? Sean Combs has spoken highly of Burrowes in the past. Kirk is the one responsible for Bad Boy's success and making it the professional young black-run company that it has become. The I'll Be Missing You rapper told Billboard in 1997 about Kirk Burrowes. You guys let me know down in the comments below what you think about this whole situation with all these civil suits, not the criminal suits, the civil suits of all these people coming forward now suing Sean Combs. And what do you think about it? I'm going to try to get my hand on the entire 148-page complaint so I can actually read it and go through it. But I just think that this is really crazy that they're now trying to just all come forward because there's a deadline. there's a civil deadline to file any kind of suit. So I find that suspicious and odd. But you tell me what you think.